Alrighty, I'm gonna head get this airplane ready. Prep the plane. Got your checklist. Got the chart where we're gonna be flying to Augusta Regional Airport. And put that here, right there. And all right, get that over there. So I do need my glasses right here. Gotta prep, gotta make sure you're ready. Have everything ready to go, so you're not looking for stuff. Okay, you don't want to sit on the seat, think you got everything ready, and then you find out, oh, you're missing one of these, or you left the key at the house for the plane, and now you're stuck. I have to go back. So what I typically do, come here, just prep the plane before my CFI gets in here, so by the time he gets here we're ready to roll. So make sure you I'll connect them all the way. I'm gonna just put them right here for now. I'll take it out later. Already got the keys, got my seat belt, and got my flight plan for the day. Make sure you have a note for your knee board. And even though I've been coming here and kind of know what I need to do, but it's always good, and you are required by the FAA to use a checklist every time you come up here to fly this plane. All right, so you do your pre-flight inspections. The first thing you do is your master switch, just turn that on, and then the next thing, fuel quantity, you check that. And I could see on my left wing, it looks like I have almost a full tank. On my right wing, I have about almost full tank, but you know, 75%, 3/4. That's not, you can always rely on that. You got to go and look at the tank and measure it to kind of confirm that. But plenty of fuel for an hour flight. And then just the flaps. That's your flap switch, and turn flaps down 30 degrees, and you can see the flaps going down while we do that. So when you do your pre-flight, you're able to see and inspect the that area properly. And master switch off, and control lock. Why do I remove the control lock? So I'm able to do this, but also when I'm out there inspecting the plane, I'll be able to move it freely, and that's really important. All right, so we're done with inside the plane. We got a prep kinda, and now we're just gonna go out there, follow the checklist, and once you follow your checklist, almost fell down. All right, that wasn't part on the checklist. So just go over the checklist. It's exterior inspection, so left wing, you know, condition, fuel quantity, control surface, PDOC, all of that good stuff. So what I really do the first thing when I come out here, I kind of take a fuel sample, because I now got to check that, and make sure you look for that color, dyed blue, and inspect that for contamination and water, for bad fuel. It looks like to me the fuel is great. Now what I'm going to do, I don't want to dump the fuel on the ground, so what I typically do, just come up here and measure my fuel, right, and just take this dip and stick down and hold it, and that's giving me about 14 gallons. This wing takes about 20 gallons if it's full, so it's not. And just to confirm again, so it's about 15, right? And I'll just go ahead and dump this fuel back in here. No need to waste fuel, right? So that's one reason why I do my pre-check list with inspecting my fuel first, I could dump it back in, and I could just come around and do the same thing on this side of the wing. So to open the tank, just like that, take your well, let me take the fuel sample first, so I missed that step, right? So I don't want to waste the fuel. And just take this thing here, right? Confirm your fuel color, low lead 100. Come back right here, and you always hold on to this, and measure your fuel. Looks like it's pretty empty. All right, so it feels empty, but it's about 15, and always check it again just to make sure. So 14, 15, kind of about 15 gallons. So 15, that's 30 gallons. That's enough fuel for a couple hours. We're only flying about an hour today. So what you need to do is just dump this beautiful fuel back in here, so that avoid you a lot of trouble. Make sure it's locked. All right, so type of fuel we put in here is grade 100, low lead, of course US gallons, grade 100, aviation gas only. All right, once that is complete, now take that and remove your pitot, and make sure you break this thing. Take it, secure it, and put it right back inside. That way you don't have to worry about it while you do your pre-inspection. Now you take your checklist, and now you kind of just go through it and make sure that you follow it to the T. So left wing condition. All right, this is how we get air in the plane while we're flying. Inspect the plane. Look for our rivets. Your static port, always stay clean. Look under the plane. Look for anything abnormal. Dent, cracks. This is really important. This is your pitot. This is how we get air through or measure our airspeed indicator and other things on the plane. Make sure it's not broken. There's a hole right here. Make sure it's not blocked as well. Inspect that for fuel leak, because where your tank is. And when you come in here, don't forget to remove the tie down. If you inspect the plane, make sure you inspect this area and ensure all those pins, nuts, whatever requires in there. You don't want to take the plane out that is broken, or it could cause some serious problem. Inspect everything, take your time. This is the most important part of the flight. Flight is all good, but what good does it do if the plane is not airworthy, right? So make sure you do a full thorough inspection. Don't play with your life and other people. And when you come to this part, you could now go ahead and move your shock and put them neatly, and just continue inspecting the plane. Make sure everything is intact as it should be. This is my cargo door. Make sure it's locked. You can look inside. Get some oil if needed, and continue to look at your checklist and follow it. All right, so left main gear, check that, it's okay. Left fuselage, what I'm looking at right now, and then you got the tail section. All right, so everything really kind of explained to you. Just read it, know where is it at, find it, and inspect it. This is the tail section. And it say here no push. Make sure you don't push on that, your elevator. But you do want to check, make sure everything is intact, and don't be afraid to get to the bottom. You really do need to do this. Again, this is how these things move. Check for nuts and bolts and wires, and do this. Okay, just gotta move that. Your rudder, you have your antennas, your beacon lights. Say no push, but you do want to make sure, inspect this thing right here, there, all these bolts and intact. You just pull it a little bit from here, not aggressively. Make sure this thing is right here, secure. All right, looks good. Then you inspect the plane. Your left wing is movable. So we don't know what this is yet. They think it might be some leak somewhere. I'm gonna just clean it and see after the flight. Again, move your shot from away from the plane, and they just replaced the main tire. Oh, that's good. Continue to look at your checklist, make sure you follow it. So now we got to the engine compartment. Oil, you want to make sure you have, oh man, we told people not to tie it so hard. Wow, somebody did this. All right, here we go. And you put the Aeroshell W100, which we have. No, it's about 6.5, so that's pretty good. It's cold, so inspect side and just close it, and I'll clean that in a minute. So inspect it for oil quantity, leaks, hoses, belt obstructions. Usually I use my flashlight to look inside, and that's what you should be doing. Then the propeller and the nose, and you kind of just look for the tires, struts, and bolts. So remove this, and this is your strut. Should be about 3 fingers. That's okay. And all these bolts and nuts are hooked. Okay. Your exhaust, make sure you don't touch this. If this plane has flown today, I will not be touching because it will still be hot and it could be dangerous. Put that away, and then again your propeller for nicks and dents. So this propeller is pretty good. It's kind of almost new, not really, but it's in a good condition. All right, just inspect inside, look for any, might be a bird that came in last night and decided to sleep in here. So all good, all intact. So good plane. Everything seemed to be normal condition, so it should be a pretty good flight today. So what we have here is one of our boxes. I've never used that one yet, but I use this one because I know for sure this belongs to the club. Some of this airplane here do not belong to the club. These are private plane, and come here and get that. Couple things in here. All right, I'm done with my pre-checklist, my pre-flight, and I'm going ahead and just kind of clean that and come here. I'm trying to wipe this thing down. So get an idea after the flight. What is this? Is it fuel leaks or what is it? Alright, take a picture of it.